welcome to Ramadan Conversations from the 973 show, a segment on sleeping well. Well, Ramadan is a time which brings in a lot of changes in one's life pattern. And one important thing that we have to be wary of is your sleep pattern. So to talk to us about this important aspect during the holy month, we have with us Dr. Roopchand PS, specialist neurologist with the Hilal Hospital Muharraq. Dr. Roopchand, welcome.
Thank you for inviting me into this show. Ramadan Kareem to all.
Ramadan Kareem, yes. So, doctor, usually we think of fasting, food is the main thing that we always, we try to balance our diet, we think of eating healthy, but I think sleep is equally important, and sleep is something which gets disrupted during this month because of the changing sleep pattern, changing eating patterns, work remaining the same, isn't it? So let's begin on that. Disrupted sleep cycle.
So let me correct you in that. Actually, sleep is the most important thing.
Yes.
After food.
But what is it is a common man's point of view, we always...
So it is a very important physiological function, restorative function that all humans require, especially during Ramadan. What happens is that our body has got a natural sleep-wake cycle.
Okay.
So we doctors or neurologists call this the circadian rhythm.
Okay.
So this is interrupted actually. Mm-hmm. So this creates a stress for the body. How this is interrupted? Because there are the late night prayers, the Tarawih prayer is there, then the Zuhur, which is early morning. So you have to wake up for all these things. So this practically interrupts a continuous sleep. Humans need a continuous sleep of 7 to 8 hours every day, preferably at night time.
Yes.
Second thing is that your exposure to sunlight is altered. So this also impacts the said circadian rhythm. Third thing, your food habit or the intake of food changes. You practically fast during the day, and night time you are taking the food. And caffeinated food like coffee or colas or food that contains caffeine again affects your sleep. So this imparts a serious challenge to quality sleep during the Ramadan time.
That's exactly my second question. So as an expert, what is that you have to say, or what are the tips that you can give to people as to how to optimize or how to make that little bit of broken bed sleep quality?
In a place like Bahrain or any GCC country for that purpose, we have to prioritize sleep because all we lack is time. We have many different things to do. We have work to do. So we have to prioritize sleep in a fashion that we should get a long nighttime sleep plus a strategically placed afternoon nap. So this is very important. Second thing, you have to organize your food timings as well as what you eat. So these two things are very important.
And they are linked,
yes.
Sleeping and eating, yes. Right. Anyway, sleep will be disrupted when Ramadan starts, the first week perhaps, people, especially young people who start fasting, first time fasting people, students who go to school. What is your advice on how to form a routine?
Actually, it's very important that you plan this. You plan this and you schedule a routine. Whether this is weekdays or weekends, you should go to bed at a particular time and you should wake up at a particular time. And mind you, this, as I said before, you need 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a day. So what you can do is, you can plan a long night's sleep if you plan it enough. Then take an afternoon sleep, which is usually less than 40 minutes. So most of the people, a short power nap.
Yeah.
So if you take if you sleep for 1.5 hours, it's going to affect your night sleep. So next day you'll be more tired in the afternoon, you'll be sleeping more. So that night you'll be sleeping less. So it's going to be a vicious cycle. So you take a power nap and try to get as much as sleep in the night. This is very important. So you have to plan ahead. Second thing, avoid caffeinated drinks, especially those who are going to schools and colleges. They may have to get up early, they may have to prepare. So they may use these things to stay awake. Third thing is that youngsters, Of course, they may use mobiles, video games. So screens are going to affect your sleep, especially the blue light from the screens. This keeps you awake. So I said you that is before that there is the circadian rhythm. So usually what happens is that when the sunlight comes down, it sends a message to your brain saying that okay, it's time to sleep, and suddenly brain starts secreting a hormone called melatonin. So this is practically disrupted by the blue light. So ideally, at least 1 hour before your usual bedtime, your planned bedtime, try to avoid screens. So these are the 3 things youngsters should be aware of.
And this is a time when, people tend to look into their screens and try to pass the time, isn't it? Till maybe the late prayer or suhoor.
Rather than that, I would advise reading from a book. This can be very helpful, or listening to soft music. Or doing a little bit of exercise, not too much. A little bit of exercise.
Gentle movements.
No, not gentle movements actually. A little bit of proper exercise, especially in the morning hours. This will automatically make you tired in the evening and nighttime, and this will provide you with a good sleep at night. And of course, like you said, stretching and mindful yoga just before going to bed also helps you with sleep.
Right. Okay. Maybe my last question for this short segment. Definitely, this is not the full thing about sleep, because sleep is
it's a wide topic,
isn't it? Wide topic. And I think you're very active. You have your own channels where we can...
Yeah, I'm planning to start. I have already begun the process. The name is Synaptic Stories. So those of you who want to follow me on the rest of the content, you guys can follow me there.
Yes, so that you get to know more about sleep. But before we conclude, there is this category. It happens also to be Women's Day, March 8th, Happy Women's Day to all out there. And there is this category who deprives sleep, for reasons of their own. Like either they are preparing, I'm talking of women and men of course, but then, people who are preparing, get things ready for the next day. There are a lot of things. And in this whole thing, the one thing that they would sacrifice would be sleep. Okay, let me catch up later tomorrow or later sometime. How risky is this, doctor?
This is a very important topic because when I sit in the OP, it's usually women who come with a worsening of their migraine because of lack of sleep. It's usually women who comes with tension type headache or mood swings due to lack of sleep. And when I ask them, the things they said is the same, that they need to prepare for everyone in the family. So my advice will be for the men: help them, give them a little bit of space, give them time for sleep.
Especially
that's the
month,
best thing you can do in this holy month of Ramadan.
Yes. Can I have your message to our viewers during this holy month?
Of course.
From the professional point and of course personal.
So first of all, I would like to give you all the blessings and all the Ramadan Kareem. So sleep is a very important thing in every person's life, especially those who are vulnerable, those who are having diabetes, cardiac issues, hypertension. These people are already prone to develop sleep disturbance. So you should be very careful when you are fasting, and you should actually plan ahead of Ramadan and plan your sleep. Ideally, you should get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This you can do like a long nap, a short nap in the afternoon and a long night sleep. And you can, if possible, make the Taraweeh prayer a little bit earlier. And at least 1 hour before the suhoor, make sure that you eat the breakfast, because going to the bed with a full tummy is not good. Also try to avoid too much caffeinated food, sugary food, spicy food, and heavy food just before going to the bed. And hydration is very important. So you should hydrate yourself between iftar and suhoor with water or electrolyte containing fluids like tender coconut water or juices without sugar. This is an important thing. And try to avoid too much fluid just before going to bed, because this can again disrupt your sleep cycle. So again, happy Ramadan, Ramadan Kareem.
Well, that was a neat little wrap of what Dr. Roopchand was telling us about sleeping during the holy month. Sleep well. That is the message, and it is important that you sleep well. So, wishing you all a Ramadan Kareem on the 973 show, Ramadan Conversations.